Good morning. Our poem of the day is Shake the Dust by Anis Modgani. And here it is here in the PDF that I gave you. So I copied and pasted that PDF into a Word document because, as you know, although I give you guys sentence frames in how to do them, I find it easier just to take the whole poem and then replace what I want to. So as I read through this, something that I noticed about his writing was that it was kind of inclusive of everyone. Like he kind of starts out here with, this is for the fat girls, for the little brothers, for the schoolyard wimps, all of that type of stuff. But then he kind of goes on like 2-year-olds, right, the hard men, the police officers, McJagger's lip. So I'm going to try to make mine inclusive, but I think it'd be too hard to do all of that. So I think what I'm going to do is focus on, like, because I'm a teacher, like students. So that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to enter this, I think, so I can see it and then go. So this is for the bad students. And of course, my typing is horrendous, so bear with me. This is for the students who are late to class. This is for the students who come early every day. This is for the student who comes in a hoodie, avoiding eye contact. This is, I think I'm just going to stick with student, for the student ready to learn. Learn with 20 colored pens and color-coded notebooks. This is for the student with AirPods in and music blaring so we can all hear. Okay, that's going to be my first paragraph, so I'm going to delete this one now. I'm going to keep the shake the dust because I think that's an important part of the poem. So I guess I could still name mine Shake the Dust. We'll see. Okay, this is for the benches and the people sitting on them, but the bus drivers, the men, the night schoolers, the night. Okay, so because he does switches to like physical things, the benches and the people, I think I'm going to keep that. Here, I want that there while I write. So this is for the rooms and desks waiting for students to arrive. I'm going to keep the bus drivers because I feel like that matches my theme. It's for the bus drivers, getting them there, and the lunch people feeding them every day. This is for the campus monitors. I'm trying to think of different people who are like in the school. Campus monitors who smile and say hi as students enter school. I don't know if you guys know, but Mr. Degman, who's one of our campus security people, was actually voted by the staff and the students as like one of our educators of excellence because he's like one of the kindest people. Students, anyone, he always has like a smile and a good morning and just makes Sunset feel so much like a community. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Shake the dust. And I'm going to keep this because see how it started like this, but this one starts 4. So I'm going to keep that. That's kind of a change. For the student who cannot be understood. Maybe I'll keep that because they speak half, half, maybe like half texting. You know, I'm always thinking like teachers or adults complain that like students talking like slang, right? Facts, no cap, sus, simp, all those things that you say. Shake the dust. Oh, maybe I'll stick with this. For the girls with brothers that are crazy, maybe I'll keep that. See how he does for the girls with the brothers and then goes into boys? That's kind of a transition that he does. It's a very complex transition, but it makes your brain go like girl to boy to boy. So I'm going to keep that for the boys with the beautiful sisters. The gym class wallflowers, keeping that. The 12-year-old, I'm going to change that to the like 15-year-old. And I just realized I don't think my AirPods are connected, so I'll connect those for you. Sorry if the volume was weird. Okay. Oh, just made a really loud sound. Okay. The kid, the lace classic graph combination with the girl who loves somebody else. I'm going to keep all of that. This is for, I'll say, the hard teachers who want to love, who want to instruct, let's say, to instruct, but no, it's a battle. For the ones who are told to speak only when spoken to and then are never spoken to, the ones who the amendments do not stand up for. I'm going to say, instead of amendments, because I think that's too broad, to the ones who, I'm going to say school rules do not stand up for, the ones that are forgotten. Speak every time you stand, so do not let a second go by. Never your heart beats 900 times a day. I like that too. I'm going to keep that. I could never like turn in this poem because that would be plagiarism, because basically I'm just taking the structure and what this poet said. But for our purposes, when we're just kind of practicing, it's absolutely okay to be doing this. But don't ever think that this is okay to turn in for like your ideas, because clearly it's not my ideas. I'm kind of using someone else's. All right, this is for the police officers, the meter maid, celibate pedophile, keeps on struggling. This is for the poetry teachers. We'll keep that one. Poetry teachers. Okay, this is for the student who never turns in work. This is for the student who stays after class. This is for the student who comes every day and is struggling. This is for the poetry teachers. This is for the students who not go on vacations alone, who walk down the halls alone. Walk down the halls alone. Put alone twice. And for the crappy students, I don't know, I don't think there's any crappy students, but we'll put that anyway. And the actors, and the students, I'm going to keep that because I don't really think students suck or are crappy. But his point is, and I think the point trying to make is like, it's for everyone, right? Like even people who we think or make judgments on, like it's this kind of inclusive type of writing. I'm going to just delete this one because I feel like I'm doing a lot here. And it's a long poem, so if you don't want to do every paragraph, that's okay. This is for you. And I want to make that like more. So make sure that by the time the fisherman returns, you're gone. By the time, maybe say we return, because we're not in class right now. You are, let's say, ready. Make those blue streams worth it, because just like the days I'm burning, but then every time I write, every time I'm going to say run, because I don't bike through the night. Every time I open my eyes, I'm cutting the darkness. So shake the dust and take me with you. And then before, yes, all that was placed inside. Pushes you. Do you notice he has this like wave, ocean, like up here? He has kind of this like extended metaphor going through it. I'm going to keep that. So take the world by its clothespins and shake it out again. Take the world by its, I don't know, clothespins would not be something that I would use. Shake it out again, jump on top. This is yours. So take by the world by strings. Make my words worth it. Make this not a poem. No, just like a little breathe and let it crash to your arms. See, crash like a waves again. So when the world knocks, and I'm going to change world to school because that was kind of my like theme. okay. I guess I'll just keep, this is for the bad student. I'm just kind of looking it over. I think it's okay. And I do want to show you, just at the end here, I'll link it as well. Walt Whitman, who is another poem, wrote a famous poem called Leaves of Grass. And I will link it for you because I think it is very much connected to kind of this one. So I think it'd be interesting maybe to do a compare and contrast. Maybe when we actually study poetry, we'll look at it. And it's long. There's Walt Whitman. But it's very much this idea of kind of involving everyone and everyone being together. So I'll link that for you to check it out. There's my poem. Good luck with yours. And I know I'm not collecting all these poems, but I do expect them to be in your notebook, just like we always would do in class. So just keep them there because we're going to be using them eventually when we start our poetry unit, and you're going to want to have all those ready to go.